That was a very good introduction.
Is that okay?
I loved it. I loved it. Did you prepare for this introduction? Okay, what's your deepest fear?
Needles. I'm not anti-vax.
Okay.
I feel like I have to always set that record straight. I'm just terrified of injections.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
You can't think, it's a rapid fire.
Right. You think that somebody might see you at a concert and like fall in love with you? Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You don't think so?
No. Okay. Sure.
My time in university, so I added on a French minor.
You can speak French.
I'm fluent, baby. That degree did not prevent me from doing anything, but I've always known how to sell it and explain it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast with It's K to Be Karen, and today we have yet another special guest, and her name is Kelsey, and now she's here with me, and I'm really happy to have her here in our podcast today. Before I say any further, I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey Ford. I'm an artist, kind of arts educator, community arts programmer in Saskatoon. I kind of just call myself an administrator to the arts in the city. And then for my other job, I work as an event specialist at the University of Saskatchewan Strategic Events Office for Alumni Relations. I feel like I like to put artist first all the time, even though it's not my 9 to 5 and I don't want it to be.
But that's something you feel more passionate about, right? Like compared to everything else that you're doing?
I think so.
Okay.
All my free time kind of goes to administrating arts in the city. I've sat on boards since I finished my degree. Just giving my time to making sure like there's programming for people to engage with the art in their communities.
I've said this off camera, but I want to say this on camera too. I love your hair.
Thank you.
And I did say that her hair looks like my mom, but I just said the hair looks like my mom. Okay, so we're not comparing.
I'm sure your mom looks great.
Yeah, she does. She's amazing. I like it because it makes your hair look more bouncy when you have layers.
Yes.
Because I don't have layers.
Cut some
I told
layers
you how like my hair is just boom, it's like a downhill downfall. Anyways, how's life?
Life's good. I'm going to talk on the hair thing. I had an old coworker that said hair holds memory. So haircuts are good if you want to like kind of let go of some baggage. So maybe it's if it's helpful for you, it's time for a haircut.
The haircut?
50-50.
Okay.
I also needed some layers back.
Okay.
But yeah, it was time for a change in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think when I need a change, I should probably do a haircut too.
It's good.
Okay.
Thanks. Just kidding.
Oh, I used to have it before. I feel like because my forehead's a little bit too tiny, it doesn't fit the profile.
Yeah.
I feel. If I had a bigger forehead, I feel like bangs would look much better. Yeah. Anyways, how's life?
Things are good. Things are exciting. We're ramping up as far as events go at the university to wish the University of Saskatchewan President Peter Stoichev his farewell. A couple agribition, Christmas events kind of in between here and there. And I'm working on TEDx too for the new year, which will be really exciting. That lineup for speakers is awesome.
Speaker?
I'm not. I'm again just in events. So I'm behind the scenes, which is where I like to be. So
nice. Do you ever plan to be one of the speakers someday?
No, but I'm trying to push my partner into doing it. I think he'd be a really excellent speaker because of the research that he's in right now.
Nice. And then is it open to public or?
It is open to public, and this year it's free. It was free the years previous too, but that might shift in the future. So I highly recommend going. I think there's 14 or 16 performances, speakers, and some musical like art performances as well. So it's pretty well rounded for what the campus has to offer as far as students, staff, and faculty. How
many events of these have you hosted before? Like
TEDx is in its maybe 5th or 6th year on campus, but I've only done it for the last 2, so don't quote me on the 5 or 6. It could be it could have gone longer.
Okay, and like which has been the most memorable one? Or am I putting you on spot?
Well, last year there was quite a few speakers. I really loved Marjorie Delbert, who's a prof in Edwards, and actually holds a higher role now. I'd have to look it up to know it though. She spoke on some business topics that I thought were really interesting, but another presenter brought a live fish in a bowl and used it for clean water analogy, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of them justice to you here and now, but it's also because I don't get to watch it, right?
Because you're doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Right. I vaguely remember from their dress rehearsal, but like while they're all on stage, I'm running around making sure everything else is clean and clear and under control.
That's fair. I think I wanted to go last year, but then because I had my midterms, I didn't actually go. But this year seems a little bit more free. So.
Yes. It's pushed a little bit early. It's on a Sunday.
Oh, pretty neat.
So if you'd like to be on campus on a Sunday.
I love being on campus. I'm here on campus like on a weekday evening, so might as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to do rapid fire?
Okay, we can try.
Okay, we're going to do this. So we're pulling out our secret weapons. This is my laptop. This is Kelsey's phone. Okay, how do you want to do this? Do you want to alternate or do you want me to ask you 5 and then you ask me 5? What do you prefer?
Am I allowed to say right back at you? Do you like no?
No. Because then I'll know the question and I'll be prepared.
Yeah, that's true.
We're now going to do a rapid fire round.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. First question. What was your last impulsive buy?
I bought 2 Nespresso coffee machines 2 days ago. They have a 50% off for Black Friday, and I bought one for myself and one for my parents.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, I won't question. Oh my God, there's so many good ones. Do public restrooms make you self-conscious? I don't know why it would, but
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, what's the which celebrity annoys you the most?
I'm pretty anti-Kardashians. Like I can't handle.
I think so too.
Any of that content, and I try not to consume it.
Yeah, me too. I think we're on the same page. What was your last Google search?
What current mortgage rates are in Canada? I'm looking to buy a house.
What is your guilty pleasure?
When I'm very ill, at my sickest, and I'm like, I don't feel good, and I'm staying home for a long period of time, I will rewatch Jersey Shore from the beginning, and I think it heals me.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
It's my guilty pleasure.
I feel like I didn't do justice to this rapid fire, so I'm going to ask you one more.
Okay.
Oh my God. What's the most cringiest thing that you've done as a teenager?
I think it was just like the outfits I wore to concerts.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like I would like go to like a Avril Lavigne or like a Drake concert and like be dressed in what I thought was so cool, and those photos come back now and they are terrifying.
I've never been to a concert, but I feel like as a teenager I didn't dress up as cool as I thought I was.
Right. And also as a kid, like you think that you like somebody might see you at a concert and like fall in love with you. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You don't think so?
No. Okay. Sure. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Better be like good, easy questions.
I am going to make it nice and easy. I think I found some good ones.
Okay.
What would you prefer, a night out or a night in?
A night in.
Why?
I think I'm more of like a calm, and I like my own space. So I'd like to be in my own little blanket with a cup of coffee and a nice little book, and I'd be very, very happy.
Okay, I love it. Yeah. So easy. Would you rather an expensive present or something homemade? I'm going to add from your significant other to this.
I think I want something meaningful.
Yeah.
So it could be expensive, it could be non-expensive, but as long as it's meaningful, I'm okay.
Excellent answer.
Thank you.
Early bird or night owl?
I think I can be both on different days, but I think most of the time, I think I'm a night owl.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I function better at night.
Me too.
Yeah.
Not awake in the morning. I can do the mornings.
I can do the mornings,
It's not my preference.
Yeah, not my preference. But for work, I'm an early bird. But for the weekend, I'm a night owl.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what are you most looking forward to right now?
The podcast.
Ooh.
The one that we're doing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, what's the last craft you made? Are you crafty?
I'm not crafty, but like the last thing I crocheted, at least if that's considered a craft, was like last year I made a scarf. Oh. Yeah. But like I feel like the size wasn't good enough and the texture was too hard. So, okay. Well, I want to know a little bit about you. So how did you get into your undergrad, the one that you actually majored in?
So I majored in fine arts.
Yeah.
And then specifically, you kind of pick between painting, drawing, sculpture, printmaking.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I finished in printmaking.
Oh.
Serigraphy, that's my baby. Silk screen printing.
Is that what you're showing me after this podcast?
guess what? They printed my negatives wrong. So I can't show you today, but if you want to come, if you're on campus the next time I'm printing, I'll text you and you can come check out what I do. Because it's kind of a little bit of a science to it. It's like developing film where you're using like light sensitive emulsion, exposing a negative to light, and then pushing ink through like this dried screen. It's no, it's not how you would print that. That's not print.
No.
But like some t-shirts, like hard pressed in Saskatoon, those are all printed. So that's what I finished in, but I didn't want to go to post-secondary. I was a very rebellious-ish kid.
I don't believe you on that.
I know, and I told my parents I didn't need post-secondary. I thought I was going to be a tattoo artist.
But you don't have tattoos.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
And so they begged me, and they said, take anything in university, just give it a try. And out of spite, I took 3 art classes. I took painting, drawing, and printmaking.
Nice.
Fell in love with printmaking.
Oh, nice.
Did the degree, was trying to do it as fast as possible. And then like, actually just, I love education and I loved my time in university. So I added on a French minor.
You can speak French.
I'm fluent, baby.
We should do this podcast in French.
We could.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I did it all throughout elementary school and high school.
Yeah.
And so I took a couple years off, but got back into it in university. And now I still use it a little bit.
But like, did you always like art? Is that why you came into like doing art?
I guess so. I never saw like a total direct, straightforward career path for myself. My mom was like an independent contractor and jeweler, so she was kind of creative contractor for events.
Oh, that's where you got the artsy part.
I think so. My dad was the executive director for SAS Health Center,
right,
and also was hosting events. But so my brother and I growing up went to all of these different types of events, rodeos, concerts, symphonies, Remembrance Day ceremonies, like you name it, we kind of saw it and saw what behind the scenes looked like. And so a creative practice wasn't totally off the table,
right?
Because that's what we saw them working in these creative ways. In my last year of high school, I did AP Art, but I never got the credit for it. I did AP French and I got the credit for AP French.
Oh.
So it's kind of interesting that I've like ended up with the credit in the arts since convocation. I've like maintained arts in my like evening and weekend kind of practice.
Nice.
I've sat on Nuit Blanche Saskatoon's board of directors and chaired
LinkedIn.
It. Yeah, I loved it. The people on that board are the best people in this city, I swear to God. Sask Arts Alliance, Paved Arts, Sask Printmakers Association. I'm finishing up my last board meeting with them next month. And then I work collectively with 2 friends that finished university around the same time as me in a collective called Biofeedback Collective. And so we do shows and programming in the city together as a group.
Yeah, what's that Biofeedback Collective? Is that like a little club of your own?
It's the 3 of us that we share kind of ideas, ways of thinking, and our creative practices just overlap. We kind of move and work as one when we take on projects. We allocate the work pretty evenly, and all 3 of us will be like creating at once. And so we've done a year-long project with Art Placement where we held community programming for artists coming out of the pandemic, just to try and like arts, despite artists being really what's the word I want? Despite artists being antisocial and kind of closed off.
Like introverted.
Yeah, introverted. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Receptions and all of those kind of things would always be like the time that artists would gather and kind of share ideas and share knowledge and stories. So we were trying to like recreate that because it was lost after the pandemic. Anyway, I'm rambling.
I love that though. I love when guests do that. I'm just like curious though, like when you took arts, was it more of like a passion thing or was it more like you're running from reality? Because you don't want to do like
it was probably that for the first 2 years. And then it became like entrepreneurial to me in the last 2 where I thought, is this a viable option? How are people that finish with this degree currently existing? Are they doing it full time or not?
Yeah.
Is there potential to do that here?
Yeah.
And in some ways I think there is, but not in the ways I want to do it. I'm not going to be online on social media more than I already am. I'm just like not that person. And that's probably like the most lucrative way to be an artist right now.
True.
Unless you're signed to a gallery maybe, which I'm also not making work for that. So I've been doing my best with like these independent grants and or getting into touring exhibition shows. So making a couple pieces of work, letting those go around the province or country. But yeah, that's it. I ended up just completing it because I loved it. I loved the theory and the psychology classes behind the art history classes, the critical writing. Yeah, all of that became very interesting by the end.
What was it that you enjoyed the most about like arts? Like, did you like the social part more? Did you like the part of like having peace to yourself and like having that little bubble where you can kind of do what means close to you? Or was it more like, I just like art, I just like designing?
It's like there's two parts, but really what it comes down to is I really loved the critiques.
Yeah.
Which was your entire class coming together, looking at the most recent art you did, and then ripping it to shreds.
Oh. Yeah.
Critique.
You like that?
I did, because in the groups that the critique was really valuable, it became like a really safe space for trust. And you spent so much time with these people creating at the same hours and in the same space as them, that when you were putting the work up, even if it was about to be ripped apart, they would say like, oh, I actually know why you made those choices. I don't think they paid off for you. You should have gone back. You should have trusted your instinct. Yeah. Or I know this isn't the best work that you can do. Sometimes there was compliments, of course. Some people really loved what was coming out of different people's, minds. But I loved the community of trust that formed from being really critical of one another's like artistic work and practice. The other thing is, universities, before they were like as big as they are now, used to be this place where with your professors, you'd kind of have this colleague relationship, and you would stay with them after class and you'd dispute and discuss and share theories. And now with like 300 people classes, you just can't have that.
That's a very good point.
But in the arts, like this program's not huge at the university. So we were going out with our profs after hours, and we were spending time like discussing the purpose behind why we were creating or the theories behind other artists' work. And it just, I think, prepared me in a way to no longer feel like a student by the time I was done. I felt like I was stepping out of the university, not as a yes. Yeah. Totally.
I think I feel with you on that, because a lot of classes that I take, because I'm more of a science background, right? So a lot of the classes we take in first year, second year, they're very massive. So you don't really get that connection with the prof.
It's so hard.
The office hours just don't align because you have other classes. And because when it's a bigger class, I don't want to say your prof doesn't care, but there's less of a connection that you have.
They don't have capacity.
They don't have capacity.
And you can't blame them for that. But plus also TAs are like marking your papers. Yeah. And so your prof might not even know your work by the time you go speak to them about it.
Exactly. So I'm very much like on the spectrum where I like smaller classes more, because I feel more connected with the prof. I feel like I eventually turn more passionate about the project or like the work, So I kind of feel with you on that. And I do want to say, so I want to kind of switch a little bit like with my podcast, for me, like when I started working on this podcast, my biggest inspiration was Jay Shetty. I don't know if you know this man.
Yes. Oh,
do you know
On
him?
Purpose.
Yes.
Yes, I love Jay Shetty.
Yay. He had Emma Watson on his podcast, I think, very recently. And I think I watched the whole thing. I watched it in segments though. So I'm not a person who can watch it in one go, but he was a very big inspiration. Cool. But you as an artist, do you have an inspiration for whatever you work on? Or is that a very broad question? Could be inspirations for different things, though.
I think that's how it is. Each project I take on, so I don't have like a body of work that I always go back to. I'll usually like make a new body for whatever is kind of up and coming for me. If I know that I'm going to have a show, then I'll create new work. And then the inspiration doesn't have to necessarily be a person. It can be an object or a animal or something like that. Yeah. But something will guide, the work that I'm doing. Most recently, I just had a small residency that ended in a show at BAM, Bridges Arts Movement. So they're in the Drinkle Mall in Saskatoon. And the university was getting rid of all of these envelopes. Yeah. And I was like, no, don't throw those out. I'll take them. I'll keep all of them.
Did you post that on Instagram?
I did.
I think I saw that. Yes.
And I write so many letters. I still love a handwritten letter. Yeah. I like analog things in general.
I am
Screen
so
printing
much
is
like
so
you.
analog.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love if someone gave me a handwritten letter, and it has to be long. Just talk about anything. I love handwritten letters.
I have a pen pal in BC, and her and I just write back on beautiful paper back and forth. Yeah. And so I thought I'm going to have a show about all of these envelopes and all of these letters.
Yeah.
And then I would do like research on the history of the postal mail system in Canada and when it came to Saskatchewan and, you know, why the envelopes have the shape that they do. And so like that then became like my inspiration. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
As opposed to like another artist that's printing. There's tons of incredible printmakers out there.
It's just that little spark that
Yeah.
kind of makes it into a bigger thing is what it is for you, right?
Yes.
So that's what it is. When you were doing your undergrad, did you have a favorite class?
It was just the basic printmaking class.
Thing, yeah.
Year-long printmaking, and if it was in the evenings, even better.
Nice.
We'd all like come together late at night and print kind of till sunrise. Like I've spent nights here awake doing art.
Yeah.
And I loved being the printmaking lab is like a fishbowl. It's all windowed almost all the way around.
Printmaking lab.
It's in the arts building.
Okay.
It's close to it's like on the other side of the Starbucks. So it faces the bowl and it actually faces I should say it faces like geology and Thorvaldsen.
Starbucks.
Yeah, like kind of on the left-hand side if you kept walking around it. I could show you.
Okay.
But
maybe, yeah.
It's the Snellgrove Gallery. Maybe I'm picking all the wrong things to describe where it is.
I don't know.
Gordon Snellgrove Gallery. Do you know where that is?
No.
Okay, that's the student gallery. It's so easy to access from the bowl.
Sorry.
It's okay. As soon as you come out of the arts building and into the bowl,
okay,
it's kind of right across. But if you're coming out of Upper Place Royale, it's the steps that go up. That's the Gordon Snellgrove Art Gallery. In the bowl.
Okay, I will trust you.
You can see it from the bowl.
I will trust you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how you said, like, for your undergrad, you thought of going, like, after your second year, you became more of, like, an entrepreneurship kind of ideology?
Yeah.
Did you do anything, like, in terms of art and your business, kind of, like, putting them together?
I think
Was there anything that grew?
I wished that USASK would have given like us some business classes because if people that are looking to do art, drama, you know, music full time, you really do become everything.
Yeah.
You're your finance person, you're your marketing and communications, you're your logistics coordinator, you're
all
everything.
In one. Yeah.
For yourself if you're doing that independently. Yeah. But I think I, at that point, had met enough other artists that were doing that ran studios out of their home, that were then, you know, using their house as studio and writing off some of their house and its costs, you know, as a business.
Yeah.
That's the year that, I started looking at, okay, art as business.
Yeah.
How are the different routes that people are doing art as business? Which one am I interested in? Do I want to do fairs? Do I want to learn how to paint people so well that I'm doing custom portraits for the rest of my life? Like, what am I interested in?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if they actually did that. That'd be pretty interesting.
I think that's what the program's missing right now. Like, I think it has like critical theory. It's got a ton of different like writing and exhibition practices class. It just is missing like a couple business classes for those students to be like really equipped to attempt it full-time or part-time once they leave.
That's true.
Yeah.
Looking back at your undergrad, would there be something you would do differently? Anything, like in terms of picking your classes, or maybe like doing that printmaking class like earlier than the other two classes you started with? Or I don't know if you did all three at the same time.
I did all three at the same time, and I met lifelong friends in that first class that I like still am very close with, and I finished that degree that class happened a decade ago.
Has it?
Yeah. So
I didn't know.
That's how long it's been since I took my first university class.
Fair.
So I don't think I'd change anything to do with that. No, I'm not really like no regrets, you know?
Nice.
Like, I don't think there's anything I would do differently. I'd like to come back to post-secondary and like I'd look at a master's, whether that's I applied for educational administration this year, an MBA. I got into edadmin. I just decided against it last minute.
Okay. I won't question.
It felt right until it didn't.
Okay.
I talked to enough people that graduated from the program and I realized the program wasn't going to give me kind of what I was hoping to get out of it.
Yeah.
But maybe an MBA or even a master's of fine art again. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Kind of depends like where you want to go to, right? So
yeah, totally. The like fine art degree did not prevent me from doing anything, but I've always known how to sell it and explain it to people in a way that they could tangibly say, oh, maybe this is a beneficial degree and it's not just basket weaving, because I heard that my whole life.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I really learned from you, selling yourself in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good point. Yeah.
You know your best qualities and you know what your education gives you. Nobody can take that from you.
Yeah.
And an art degree in any kind of liberal arts is arguably just a creative license to do whatever you want with.
Yeah, that's fair. How did you get to being an event specialist, though?
As you know, I was in the world of international admissions, but in my free time, I was planning things like Nuit Blanche with, obviously it took a team. Nuit Blanche takes a small army.
Yeah.
But other symposiums on campus, Flat Graphica we just held this year, which is a printmaking symposium. I've always kind of dabbled in events. I had looked at the convocation position on campus previously. And one of the people from the interview actually knew that I had interest in maybe coming back to the university to do events. So I ended up here.
Yay.
Yeah.
Nice.
In the strategic events department. And now the kind of experiences that I get to facilitate and curate are still quite artistic in a lot of ways too.
Right. Yeah.
And it's pretty fun to get to execute both student-based and like faculty and leadership-based programming.
I won't ask you what you like about your job, but I'll rather put it in this way. Like, how do you feel like your passions are being evolved in the job that you do?
It's a good question. I think there's a lot of creative liberties that get to happen and take place at events, because events can be multifaceted, right? They can include all of the senses. We're doing catering for taste, music for sound. You know, there's a smell to the catering and the everything. We're hosting an event upcoming at the Ramey Modern. I mean, that venue covers off most of those things.
That's nice.
It's there's a lot of ways I get to be creative in my current role. There's a lot of structure to having events too. It's not a free-for-all. And like we're strategic events, I feel like we're much more calculated in the way that we're planning or everything from our guest list to our program to our execution and rollout of the day of events. But yeah.
Nice.
It allows me to still be creative. Yeah, it's good.
Sweet. Yeah, good stuff.
Do you feel creative in your role?
I think I have two sides of me. Like I'm a little sciencey, but I'm also creative.
Yeah.
And then I try to take both of them at the same time, but I try not to use too much of my creativity, because I feel like when you use too much of the creative side of, when I use too much of the creative side of myself, I exhaust myself and I no longer enjoy the beauty of it. So it's kind of like, I'm very much into literature, but I never did an undergrad in literature because I love it, but I don't want to overdo it to not love it anymore.
That is like, not only are jobs in the arts limited in Saskatoon in general, but I never wanted to do it for my 9-to-5. I don't want to just be a printmaker.
Because you'll start hating it at some point.
It's this beautiful thing I get to do to alleviate stress and tension and like go into this flow state and create right now. If that became every day, what would replace it? I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm two-sided on that. Like I love doing my podcast, but I don't ever see it as my 8-to-5 job, you know, because I feel like I'm more of a science and techie person.
Yeah.
And this creative side is just like an add-on just to alleviate my stress, basically.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
That's so healthy.
And I like chatting with people.
What a good outlet.
See? Yeah. And I get to catch up with you.
Yeah.
What else do you need? Catch up with Kelsey. You know, what else is
change
needed?
the name of the podcast. Just kidding.
Yeah. It's K to be Kelsey. You know, I actually came with my name, like it's K to be Karen, because you know how Karen is like a cultural thing here?
Yes.
So I was like, it's K to be Karen. You know, like it's okay to be Karen.
I was wondering if that was actually...
It is,
okay, yeah.
I never brought it up. This is probably the first time I'm bringing it up. So, yeah. This podcast is indeed special.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions for anybody who's doing their undergrad?
In the arts or in general?
Yeah,
I mean,
arts.
first of all, no matter what you're studying, take a printmaking class. The people that I'm friends with from that printmaking class...
I've never taken one.
Finished, obviously, a creative writing degree, but an accountant. Like there's like so many people that come in that first year printmaking class that are never doing another art class ever. They're definitely not doing an art degree. They're just taking it because they think it's going to be an easy credit, and it's not. It's so difficult.
Printmaking?
Yeah, that pain bonds you to everybody in that class though, and it's quite a community.
And is it like a small teeny weeny class?
Yeah, I think like probably max is like 36. So to me that's pretty small.
That's pretty small. Yeah. In classes where it's like 300, 36 is like small.
take a printmaking class, number one. Number two, I think if you are in a science field, I like also encourage people, like if you have that literature or writing or whatever passion, there's nothing wrong with minoring, not in another science or math. My brother finished a computer science major with a creative writing minor. And I actually think it was a competitive edge for him because people were already well equipped with math and science people. And they were more interested in somebody pursuing something that had meaning to them, and that, you know, and if the math and science is meaningful to you, I understand. I understand that not everybody is on the creative brain side of things. But if that does interest you, and the only reason you're not doing it is because you're worried about future employment, I think you just don't know how to sell yourself yet in a way that like proves that the creative side of you is actually so useful
100%
to any business.
Looking forward, actually maybe looking at the present, if you ever had to have dinner with your 10-year-old self, what would you tell this 10-year-old self?
I don't know what my 10-year-old self would comprehend of current Kelsey. Like my 10-year-old self.
Were you rebellious at 10?
No, like 14, I feel like is when I became riff-raff.
That's when we were all rebellious, I feel. Yeah, it's normal.
Preteens, they're so mean. I look at them now, I'm like, oh. I think, I don't think I tell her to change anything. I think...
Because she's got you where you are today.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really not somebody that like looks back and dreads on past decisions. There's no point.
No point,
All you can do is move forward.
True.
So... I think I would have just maybe encouraged to jump full feet into university in those first 2 years. And then I only joined, and this is so crazy, I can't believe I'm still advocating for it, but in my last year, my best friend, I slapped the mic, sorry.
That's fine.
My best friend was an Edwards School of Business student, finishing her BCom in marketing. And she joined Young Women in Business, and they needed an event planner. And so I joined this student group, and that's what like started me on all of the boards that I've now sat on and chaired. Getting involved with the campus group is actually like the best thing I ever could have done. And learning that governance structure and taking part in, obviously, a good, well-organized campus group. It was great to be not on a student arts board, but instead on the student business board, because I think it gave me some really great like purview into and scope into what organizational structures come out of Edwards. Like it was awesome. And I've used that model to kind of structure all the arts boards I've been on ever since. And I think they're better off for it. And it's because of something I learned by fluke by volunteering for a campus group in university.
100%. I feel like a lot of the social skills and confidence like level-ish kind of things, like everything that's inside that specific spectrum, I feel like I've learned most of them from a social group. So,
what social groups are you in?
The CSS.
Oh yeah, cool.
Okay.
So I think arts is a broad term, right? It comes from, I think, the Latin word ars, which is terrible, A-R-S. But it just meant like art, craft, or skill. And so like martial arts or you know, culinary arts, or there's so many like creative outlets and ways to do this outside of the podcast. Do you have other ways that you are
like creative?
Artistic.
It's a good question. I try to bring creativity where I can. Like, for example, I was never into crocheting. I recently started crocheting, right? Like my social media, I was very terrible at like posting things and trying to be creative, and like, especially because now I'm doing my podcast, I need to promote it really well so that it catches people's eye. So I've been doing a lot of thumbnail work, which I feel like requires a lot of creativity because I've never done so much of thumbnail creative kind of design work before. So to me, this is very new. Creativity in the smallest things too, right? Like just designing an outfit. This is terribly creative. This is not creative, but you're much more creative than what I am. But there are times when I feel like I should dress properly, and like properly as in more creatively, right? So I feel like creativity, expressively. So for me, creativity is more like being expressive in different ways, right? Whether it be in your cooking and your posting of social media, or like even the way you talk, be poetic, even though I don't know how to say poems. But anyways, do you feel like the things that we like is only things that we discover? So for example, if you've never discovered or if you've never tried astronomy, you would never know if you actually like it or hate it.
No, I think we're fed what we think we like all the time. Like, I think I see that in fashion trends predominantly is kind of where I'm leaning for this. But like, I think people see enough of the general public liking something, and then you just automatically assume, I love this. Labubus are my current like love-hate example.
I do not like it.
I just like, I get it, but they're not to die over. I think they're cute. I would never buy one.
No.
And so so maybe you're thinking of things like
it's very excessive.
Taking classes.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't have known I liked printmaking in the way that I do had I not tried it, but I already knew I liked the arts. Right. So it wasn't that stretch for me to try that class. I thought I'd love astronomy, and then I realized how much math it was. And I almost flunked that class in university. But I think, more often than not, because of how our phone provides us with information all the time, every time we, scroll online, new posts just pop up. I think often people are just like, okay, accepting that they like something without actually considering whether or not how much they actually like that thing.
But do you ever consider that if you did not take arts, you would have never known that you liked arts? Similarly, if you've never tried physics, you would never know if you actually like physics.
No, I think I already appreciated art outside of that. And I think the same way, like, maybe you didn't know you liked doing the equations in physics, but certainly you were still asking questions like, at what speed does something have to travel for?
Right. Okay.
Don't ask me to finish that question.
No, I won't.
I don't know physics, but...
Me too. Don't worry.
My brother would ask as a kid, what holds the roads up? And my mom was like, I think you're going to be an engineer. Just because it was like a weird, intriguing question, but obviously that was like on his mind. So no, I think...
But do you feel like it's because of the surrounding environment that you have? Like your likings are based on the environments that you're in?
You can't escape that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure we are of our environments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good, like, I like understanding how people think about these questions, right? Because I'll keep it at that. Yeah.
We can't escape our environment, but I think where I'm coming from is the social media environments that we kind of choose to
intake.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
That's where I'm like, I just need everyone to question again if they like what they're consuming.
Yeah.
And if that still serves them in any kind of positive way, or if we need to take a break from some of it.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You can say, I don't know. People have said that before.
2030?
Yeah.
Gross. 2030. I mean, I think I'll still be in Saskatoon. I think this city has so much potential.
Yeah.
And is just kind of on the precipice of what, Calgary was like 10, 15 years ago. So much promise here. Ideally, I still have a strong art practice that I'm working on and working through. Where I'll be career-wise, I like to leave that pretty wide open. Events at the university has been great. Part of me misses international and working with admission and credential evaluation all the time. But the advice we were given when we were in high school in a career work ed workshop was most of you will end up in careers where the positions and jobs don't even exist yet. And so I just like to keep that door wide open because I didn't think I was ever going to do any of the stuff that I've done up until now.
Right.
And so I like to remain out, I don't want to put myself into a box, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're nearing the end of this podcast. I think it's a very good timing. I'm going to give you 2 little gift cards and I think you're going to like them. Okay, this one's from Hedgehog Bakery.
Oh my gosh, cute.
You know them?
Yes, I've gotten cookies from them before and they're adorable.
Oh my god, they're new, do you know?
Yes, so
They've recently opened.
My roommate went and got the cookies for me for my art show when I had that show about the envelopes.
Get more.
Yes, I will.
They're great. So my favorite is the cardamom roll.
Okay, that sounds so good.
It's really good. But I don't know what time I pre-ordered them.
Yeah.
It's really good. You should go visit.
Love it.
And this is from Westgate Books. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
They have a cute cat.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I think you like cats.
I do love cats.
You look like a person who likes cats.
Is it an art person thing? I feel like most of us love
Do you like
cats.
hamsters?
I've had 13.
I knew it. Because an art person loves cats and hamsters.
I've never felt so seen, but also read.
And this is an observation that I've made. I have more observations that I can tell you off camera.
Okay, yeah. I want to hear them.
Okay, well, it's just one maybe. I think I'm overstating. Okay, anyways. Okay, with that being said, everybody, we're very grateful for Kelsey being here today. And I feel like this was one of the most raw and kind of spontaneous conversations we've had. A lot of yapping and a lot of getting to know her even more. Before we end here today, I'm going to ask Kelsey if you want to say anything to the audience. Anything at all.
Thanks for having me. It's been great just to, get to know and yap with you a little bit more as well. And take an art class. Take any kind of art class, university or not, take an art class.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yep. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can obviously comment in the comment section of this video. And with that, we're just going to end here today and we'll say bye.